Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're looking at lesson 12.2. Mrs. Dammers is erasing the things she's putting on the screen because she wants to get it just right. So I want you to take a look at our little friendly zoo we have in front of us. Before I tell you what we're going to be learning about today, oh, I don't like that. Before I tell you what we're going to be learning about today, why don't you look at what I'm doing on the screen and see if you can figure out, what do you think I'm doing on the screen? Why do you think I'm making what I'm making, where I'm making it? Do you have any guesses about what I'm doing? So look at my little zoo. I have some polar bears and I have some penguins. What do you notice about the zoo and the polar bears and the penguins? What do you see? You should notice that the shapes Mrs. Dammers drew are the same as the shape of their little enclosure or their pen that they're in. So you notice that the penguins have this shape, and then I made the same thing but smaller on the inside. What shape is the penguin's pen? What shape is that? It's a circle. Very good. Circle. It sounds like it starts with an S sound, but it actually starts with a letter C. That's one of those complicated things about reading. Doesn't always make so much sense. So look at the polar bears over here. What shape is their pen? And what shape did I make inside? They're triangles. Good. So we see circles on one side and triangles on the other. And that's great. We can pick out the circle and the triangle. But I want you to try to think about for me, how are circles and triangles different? How are circles and triangles different? Give you a second there. Well, for one, the circle is curved. The circle is all curves. It doesn't even have sides. It's just one big round connected line that doesn't stop. You can't tell where it starts and where it stops. It just keeps going. Whereas if you look at the triangle on this side, it has three sides. The triangle has three sides and they're all lines, straight. And when I say straight, I don't mean they're not tilty. I mean they're not curved. So when we're learning about shapes and we use the word straight, we mean it isn't curved. So this is not a straight line. This, well, that's not perfect. Oh my goodness, it's very hard to draw a perfect straight line with this tool. Okay. In theory, I was trying to make a straight line there. Okay, so it doesn't go perfectly up and down or perfectly across, but it's straight. And there you go. That one's nice and straight up to that point. If I erase some of these little mistakes I made, that's a nice straight line. Okay, so when we say straight, we mean the opposite of something that has curves. Okay, so my triangle is going to have all straight lines, and each side is going to connect to another side. Okay, so that leads me to a very tricky question. How are triangles and circles the same? How are triangles and circles the same? Think about that for a little bit. I'm going to erase some of my extra marks here. You think about how they're the same. Well, I can't say one has curves and one doesn't because that's how they're different. So if I want to think about how they're the same, think about what I said about the the circle, excuse me. I said it doesn't have a beginning or an end really. It just keeps going on and on and on. Are there any openings or breaks in this circle? No. A circle has no beginning and no end. So this is not a circle because it's not closed. Okay, so there's no openings. Our circle has no openings. Does my triangle, does my triangle have any openings? No, it does not. So both of our shapes are what we call closed. You can't get in them from the outside, you might say. Okay, so a circle and a triangle, they're very different, but they're both closed shapes. Okay, there's a beginning an end, or whichever you want to say, there's no openings. The beginning meets the end meets the beginning, the sides all touch. There's no openings. So that's the one thing we could say about our shapes that makes them alike in a way. There's no openings. They're closed up. But other than that, they're very different shapes. So let's look on at our next page together. And today we're going to really just be focusing on find the triangle, find the circle, find the triangle, find the circle. And I don't think that's going to be very tricky for you, okay? So color the circle in each row and mark an X on the triangle. So you see how they did that in the first row. They colored the circle and they put an X on the triangle. So tell me, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes in my next row. Which shape am I going to color? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one am I going to color in? With my art tool while you make up an answer. Alrighty. I'm going to circle, color in number 2. Oh, there he is. So where am I going to put that X? Where am I going to put that X? Number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Where am I going to put the X? Where's the triangle? Aha, here he is. Now, I like this example because it makes you think a little bit. And I'm going to undo my writing just so you can see. Are these two triangles exactly the same? No, they're really not. They don't have the same shape to them. But that's not an important thing when we're looking at, is it a triangle? When we're deciding if it's a triangle, all we're looking for is, does it have 3 sides? And we can say 1, 2, say 1, 2, 3. Oh, it does have 3 sides. Okay, it's a triangle. I can put an X on it. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing for these. So I'm going to try to make up a flip grid for you guys to show me a triangle and a circle today after you're done with the math, okay? That's if you have time for it. If you don't worry about it. These lessons are very, very quick though, guys. So I don't see them taking you a ton of time, and I think it'd be a lot more fun to look around the house for some circles and some triangles than to do tons of extra worksheets, okay? So if we're doing it the same way, look at the top row. Which is the circle that I'm going to color in? I hope you said this one, number 4. I'm going to color in the circle. Good. All right. Which one am I going to put my X on? I'm going to change colors because, why not? Which one am I going to put my X on? My triangle. Here we go. Now, Mom and Dad, the directions might be the same or different. Feel free to make the directions work for you. If they all of a sudden tell them to put an X on the circle, I know that in their heads that's a little bit tricky to change up the directions on them. The focus is not on directions. The focus is on our shapes. So I'm going to just continue to do the same thing. On my next row, where is my triangle that I'm going to put my X on? Did you say here? I hope so. Now, it doesn't say it in the directions, but I'm going to fill in the circle. Which one is the circle that I want to color in on that line? Did you say this? I hope you didn't say that. That's a heart. That's not a math shape. Oopsie. This is my circle. Good. It's perfectly round. There we go. Okay, so in the bottom, we are going to ignore the directions. I'm going to circle the circles and put an X on the triangles, okay? So circle the circles and put an X on the triangle. Why don't you take a look at those and decide, let's start one at a time. Which ones should I circle? Okay, that should be enough time for you. I'm going to circle. Does anyone know what that is? Looks like a nickel or a coin, right? I'm going to circle, it looks like a party plate. I'm going to circle the do not enter sign and the wheel. Now, while I'm changing up my marker to my green X, tell me which ones are my triangles that need an X through them. How many are there? I hope you said 2. All right, this one looks like a button or a triangle. I mean, a button or a triangle. Obviously, it's a triangle. That's 3 sides. A button or maybe a cracker. Where's the other triangle? There's another street sign. This one says yield. And if you're not driving, you don't need to know exactly what that means. It has to do with letting the other person go when it's their turn. Okay, so now let's take a look at the next page. This would be the page that you and your partners might do together. Pretty easy, right? Circle or color in the circles and put an X on the triangles, okay? So I'm not going to do this page with you. I'm going to ask you guys to say, you can do it right now when the lesson pauses. You can just have the screen frozen in front of you and kind of tell mom and dad which ones are the circles, which ones are the triangles. I'm absolutely fine if you guys don't open the interactive or e-text versions. It's absolutely your call what you feel like doing. I'm going to put a little Flipgrid link in our math as well so that you can share for me any circles or squares you can find around the house. Did I just say squares? Oh my goodness, I did. Any circles or triangles you can find around the house. If you can't find them, flex those arts and crafts skills. Make one out of something, okay? I think you could definitely find some circles and some triangles around your house. Circles are probably a whole lot easier. Okay, remember they're flat. They're flat. We're not going to pick up a soccer ball. That's not flat. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're trying to find some. All right. All right, guys. So I want you to look at this page either here or elsewhere and color in the circles and put an X on the triangles. Okay. So that first row, very clear what we're doing. And you guys are going to, I hope that's what you came up with, right? Those were the ones? Good. Try the rest. Remember, triangles don't all look the same, but they have 3 sides. That's the thing you're looking for. 3 sides, and it's closed. No openings, no gaps, right? All right, guys. Great job. Can't wait to see what you can share with me on the Flipgrid. Or share with all of us, really, right? We all get to see them. So, see you on the Flipgrid. Bye, guys.